Episode 11 of the NBA 2K19 My Career Series. Let's get it going. Let's go. Mo Bamba. Here we go, we're about to finish our get the Denver Nuggets at home. Like always, let's get this win.
So looking forward, what can my teamers take away from this first weekend?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that.
Here we go. Don't want to hear this, get right to the game. Get this going.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. And David...
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, he's special, DA.
Ooh, those are new Denver uniforms? Oh, you're idea. Oh, we're both wearing our
What can players do to
alternate uniforms. Let's go. Buckets in for the first time.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. Buckets, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder.
Murray knocks out his... knocked out shots. I don't know if he's made one before. Made one tonight. Yeah, I mean.
Comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for
Buckets, first touch of the night.
Beasley in for Gary Harris. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Plumlee.
Oh, what was
Beasley's out
that?
there with Murray. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot.
Porter messes.
Thunder trailing by 3. George passes to Buckets. Grant at the elbow. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. There's a screen by Noel. AI kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to AI. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Murray.
Really bad start for Buckets. 2 turnovers.
To the paint. Here's Porter. It's hauled in by George.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think he
Buckets.
really had it.
Can't hit that 3.
I think he just flat out missed it.
The Nuggets leading by 3. There's the feed to Beasley. And it's
Beasley will throw it down.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Schroeder kicks to AI.
That was a horrible spin.
There's the screen. Over Beasley.
Shooter. No.
Again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot. And if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Miles a screen on Schroeder. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, have to
Murray throws it down.
Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense.
Buckets. Knocks it down.
And AI gets it to go.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
His first make of the night. He's 1 for 2.
To Murray. Porter with the screen for Murray. Outside.
Murray, Porter, Michael Porter Jr. hits a 3.
Goes to Murray.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
The pass to Buckets. Takes the
Buckets, 3. No.
It's not going to go for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Pass to Schroeder. Inside.
I don't know. I just could not handle
The
it.
steal. Outside Porter.
Murray banks it in. And the lead is now 12 for Denver.
And now it's a 12.
They have quieted down this OKC crowd.
Oklahoma City's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Noel, a screen on Beasley.
Buckets off the screen. Knocks down a jump shot.
Buckets got his second basket of the night.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
He's got 4 now.
Plumlee, the pass to Murray.
Murray answers the layup.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
AI left side.
Marcus.
Noel sets a screen for AI.
Bucket to try again. Hits another one. Another good screen.
Having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
6 now for Buckets.
Murray kicks to Beasley.
Looks fair.
Murray against Schroeder. Murray outside. Back to Beasley.
Beasley now.
The mark there with the three-point shot.
Shoot at the buzzer. Oh, good shot though. That ends the first quarter with Denver up.
Point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the
basketball, like passion, love. That is the thing I play.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's
second quarter
native land
begins.
of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Rolling, absolutely rolling, flat out killing it from beyond the arc.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup.
Screen.
Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5 are Grant and Noel.
Buckets again. Buckets again.
Out there with Buckets. And it's Abrinas in at the 3, the small forward.
8 points for Buckets.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Here's Lyles.
Lyles, yep.
Good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lyles got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing.
Noel, I forgot he doesn't shoot
There's
threes.
the pick. There's Noel.
Noel, yes.
Oklahoma City.
Really got to admire how confident Noel looks from the mid-range. I mean, squaring up and knocking down these shots consistently.
Beasley with a clean look. And a miss there on the triple.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
Buckets, oh, gets blocked.
And it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul. The Nuggets leading by 13. Murray, the pass to Plumlee.
Plumlee. Horrible pass there.
This is Duay.
Buckets a deep 3.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. For Denver, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the
Bucket steals it.
and stolen by AI. In the corner, it's Westbrook.
Oh,
And stolen by Murray. Here's Beasley. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in.
Denver has really outplayed OKC so far tonight.
Now in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
And it's been about
Paul George hits a three.
with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Knocked away.
Buckets did end up getting it.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Grant dishes to AI.
Put that, give me that ball too.
Grant sets a screen for AI.
Buckets.
Uses
Yes.
the pick to create room
The
for
pick has really worked for Buckets
10
tonight.
points.
He's made all his jump
He's
shots.
really been there.
He's got 10
today,
points.
But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Beasley kicks to Murray. Plumlee with a screen on Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock.
Murray.
Here's Murray.
Murray, buckets. They gotta get back and get
The
him.
screen and lays it up and in. He's got 12.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense.
Buckets is fouled.
I like seeing him catch fire like this.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed Senator Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, DA.
Oh, wow.
That one
Nice
gets
shot there from Harris.
Aggressive offensive player. When Harris has a quality look inside, he takes advantage of it.
Harris against Schroeder. Here's Buckets.
Buckets a three.
A three-pointer, no good.
This without fall for Buckets so
The
far.
Nuggets leading by 13.
0 for 4 from 3. Everything else has been pretty good, though.
And there's Murray on the
Murray
assist.
having himself a
14
fantastic
points for
first
Jamal
half.
Murray.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally,
Buckets will try this time. This time in a 3.
you're cooked.
The answer's back.
They learned that lesson there. Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
Plumlee, the pass to
Stolen by Adams.
Stolen by Adams. Down low.
Buckets through to the basket and lays it in.
And with that,
He's got
the
16.
Down to 10 and the bucket from Buckets.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And it's Harris. Off the
Harris, no.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them, that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Adams with the screen on Harris.
Buckets! Bang!
Oklahoma City with the
7-point game.
And he's been the key.
And Pat Buckets knocks down a big shot
And
before
he's most certainly
halftime.
not the reason they're
Has
in the hole.
looked
I mean, his
fantastic
percentage
in the
has
last few
been outstanding.
games.
And so it's Denver heading to the bench.
Starts
with a
final
7-point
rhythm.
lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Well, you have scored in bunches tonight, and you're making it look easy, and it isn't. How are you doing that?
Well, it may look easy, but it's not. You know, it comes down to hard work, DA. I've been grinding, moving, trying to get the best possible looks, and my fans expect the best out of me, and I'm not going to let them down.
Well, putting in the work early.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break.
Second half comes up. We need a big second half to get back in this game. How do I have a D-? -3.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. And you know, Buckets has really been
Bucket.
making it happen.
Yo, it's starting the third quarter.
Really
Hey.
gave them a boost.
Bucket's game start here in the third quarter.
Way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, you know, when he's scoring like this, they're tough to stop.
So on the floor for Denver. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Harris and Barton, the two wings. And it's Murray in at the one spot.
Millsap.
Such a wide open look. Millsap's got the first points of the second half here for the Nuggets. AI outside. To the inside.
Paul George on the assist for buckets.
Well, I tell you what, George has tremendous bounce ability. It's always fun to see him launch and throw it down.
To the middle. Here's Millsap, and Millsap shoots it in.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Buckets.
Buckets. Hits a three.
City with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter.
22 for Pat Buckets, and the lead has been cut to 6.
Have been from beyond.
And, you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made.
Blocked.
In three-point percentage.
Millsap with the double team to the paint.
George, another good assist for Buckets. It's a 4-point game.
The athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And Clark, for the Nuggets last season, they in general shot pretty well from the field.
Harris hits a three.
Kevin always had an outstanding shooter or two on the floor, and generally employed.
Buckets should answer.
That adds up to
Ah.
even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Inside, Millsap, and Millsap shoots it in.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Here's
Buckets. Ah.
Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Harris kicks to Barton. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Westbrook, 3. Oh.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And stolen by
Oh, but it couldn't stay in bounds.
The Nuggets gain possession.
Buckets right to the bench and return down by 11.
Barton outside. Plumlee with the screen. Pass to Murray. Shot clock at 5. And another miss by Denver.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
AI left side. Screen by Adams. Here's Buckets.
Oh.
Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Lyles.
Lyles, no.
It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now, here's AI. He's guarded closely. It's a nice passing by
Buckets, good move. He gets the basket.
Buckets got 24.
Well, there's nothing
got
like
24.
being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard. Reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
Barton sets a screen for Lyles. Pass to Porter. It's Barton on the wing. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. A shot
Lyles.
from Plumlee.
No, never mind. That's
And the
Plumlee.
Nuggets
Okay.
lead by 11.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the ball.
Oh.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Porter passes to Barton. The kick out to Porter Knight.
And you know, even with him struggling, there's still
Buckets. Oh.
him to find his rhythm soon.
For Oklahoma City, they have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
25 for Pat Buckets.
Outside.
Who has so far looked
3.
pretty good. Oh, Porter knocks down big
Porter's
3.
got 9 points.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They
George, nope.
are on fire.
And OKC has a lot of work to do in the fourth quarter to get back in this
Providing
game.
A lot of energy for the Denver Nuggets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the load. It's not just one-on-one defense. It's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
Well, you know, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also.
Buckets. Oh.
Offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Steven Adams is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's
OKC ball.
Then it's Paul George, and it's Buckets in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Thunder trailing by 13. Clark, give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put
Buckets again. Good pass from Adams.
So many guys that
Good 2-man game there at OKC Thunder.
Almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance
That was called.
joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great examples. Porter with the steal. Floats one. Murray, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Plumlee with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And it's Noel with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 13. Schroeder kicks to AI. And the
foul's called.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Denver. AI left side.
Buckets, nice move. He lays it in.
Buckets
got 29 tonight.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Murray against Schroeder. Murray kicks to Lyles. To the paint. Here's Barton. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Buckets. Oh.
AI, no good. The Nuggets have gone.
Let's see what he was trying to do to get to that screen.
Harris misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And George kicks to AI. Puts it up from 12. Adams dishes
Yeah,
to
you had
Schroeder.
me.
Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Adams with the screen on Harris.
Buckets. Yes, a 3.
Point land. Buckets got 13 points.
32 for Buckets, and it's a 10-point game.
And there's the pass to Lyles. Good
Lyles
pass.
knocking it down. And every time, it looks like
Murray's got his 9th assist
OKC
in the
tries to get on the run. Back comes Denver.
There, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
George gets a screen from Buckets. George passes to Schroeder.
Oh, if I could have got
Adams sets the pick for Schroeder. Here's
Patterson.
And
Yes.
Oklahoma City with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Murray, good.
Jamal Murray is what we call a professional scorer, a hired gun. This guy can torch you because of that shot.
AI with it. Harris is there.
Adams, oh, gets blocked.
The Nuggets leading by 11. That's tipped. Stolen by George. AI outside. George gets a screen from
Paul George. Oh.
They get it back.
Adams is fouled.
It's contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. In a moment now to quickly take a look.
And Buckets gets taken out for no reason at all. With the game pretty much now over with. Buckets are growing confidence each game. Now scored 32 tonight. So I think his career high.
Doesn't demand attention. He's a natural leader and does demand respect. He's somebody the younger guys certainly look up to.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nuggets.
This was
Buckets, yes.
To its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that
Buckets could take what he did tonight. The next game.
One that I think most will try to forget.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Craig. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular,
Buckets.
A real good game it was for Jamal Murray.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Down low, Lyles kicks to Millsap. And so it's
that ends the game as Pat Buckets ends with 34, but was not enough as OKC loses.
I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And
that ends it.
Basketball court in my spot, right? And you know, come over, you know, we can shoot around, play a game, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anytime. It's
yeah. On to the next one. We'll finish up against Cleveland Cavaliers. The LeBron-less Cleveland Cavaliers, the team I beat finally in the Eastern Conference Finals in NBA 2K18 after losing the year before. So now I have confidence I can beat this team more and more. There we go.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight.
I'm not trying to wait. Here we go.
it's time for some hoops at the chest. And we've got time.
Gonna win
On
this.
this game today, it's all about court spacing, DA. Thanks for the report. In the
Here we go.
here, Doris, we're
Cleveland versus
continued
OKC.
Trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor.
He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Buckets comes in for Roberson. Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Kyle Korver. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance is inside along with Love. Clarkson is out there with Sexton. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot.
Boy, there's just
Nice shot there from Clarkson.
And physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
AI outside. In the corner, George with it. Back to AI. Just 4 to shoot. Adams, that's the pick for
Bucket to shoot and hit a 3.
Gets this game back to even.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that 3 off in time.
Sexton, the rookie, to Kevin Love.
Now Smith.
Love to Smith.
Defending. Love with the screen on George. Smith for 3.
They are now.
With the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Paul George wide open and he hits.
And that one just gave up far too many easy shots.
You could say they certainly were not on a string on the defensive end. They need to be so much better moving forward.
Sexton kicks to Love. Here's Nance.
Nance had a foul.
Wow, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Well, aggressive move, strong finish. This guy can play.
Buckets. Second 3.
Catching up on the
And that's back to back for the OKC Thunder.
Noel checks in for Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for George. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Hill dishes to Clarkson.
Clarkson trying to answer. Cannot.
From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Patterson with the screen. Buckets passes to Patterson.
Patterson, nope. Trying to get him a shot.
A screen on Hill.
Schroeder gets the basket.
By Schroeder as he lays it in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Clarkson kicks to Love. Back to Clarkson.
Blocked by Buckets.
And pushing it up here. Here is
Buckets, a third 3. It's good.
And it's 9 points.
His third of the night so far.
Outside shooting really fueling this run.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Osman looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Nance. They can't stop the run with that one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Clarkson. It's deflected.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot. Says, no, sir.
There's a screen by Noel. Back to AI.
Buckets get 4 for nope, not a time.
Osman with the rebound.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
AI up top. He's guarded by Love. The drive by Schroeder.
Schroeder, yes, nice move.
Using that screen. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Schroeder, a nice move as he lays it on.
He is on offense.
That's Schroeder.
I just think he has a tendency to
Clarkson.
take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Buckets passes to Schroeder. Clock at 6.
Buckets, where's the foul?
He's covered by Clarkson. Nance with some nice D. Ring shot on the way. Kicks it out to Love. Hill has the open look. Off target from three-point range. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 16-6 run. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Patterson, the screen. Buckets passes to Noel. There's a good screen.
Noel and 1.
3-point chance here. And
Bucket to take a rest and now come back in. But his team up by 8.
in a backcourt mate, someone to play off you.
Well, I would say they were similar to what I looked for in all of my teammates. Certainly you wanted players who were 3-tool players, somebody who could put the ball on the floor, use their dribble well, somebody who could pass well, who could identify, okay, the next player is open, I need to make this pass. And then the competitive attributes, Kevin. How hard did you play on a night-by-night basis? Did you prioritize winning over individual success? All the qualities I think you look for in a backcourt mate are what you would look for in any teammate.
On the court for Cleveland, Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle.
Bucket, yes.
Thompson is out there with Clarkson. And it's Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Took a little bit off and knocked it down.
They're looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
At the elbow, Sexton. They set the screen.
Oh, Thompson gets wide open.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Westbrook kicks to Grant. AI.
Buckets.
He's covered by Clarkson.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Grant. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
Buckets passes to Grant. AI kicks to George. Westbrook dishes to AI. On the wing, George. He's covered by Clarkson.
Paul George, yes.
George, good for the 3. George has got a pair of triples in the second now for Oklahoma City. Sexton, the pass to Love. Dishes to Sexton. Love with the screen for Sexton.
Nice move by Sexton. This cannot hit.
No good.
Buckets the rebound.
Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
So what let's do is go to that corner. Actually has been working.
In Cleveland.
Very tough loss for them last.
Oh, what a pass from Buckets, and Grant lays it in.
They gave up, did them in. You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kevin Love.
From the arc.
Yes.
What's good is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Buckets, a deep 3.
Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of
Buckets, yes.
His future in the NBA is always subject to
timeout, Cleveland.
DA, thank you. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Keep getting better.
Really get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Well, perhaps just knowing that they can pull out a close game, the next time they're in that challenge, they can go in with a ton of confidence.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Sexton kicks to Thompson. The drive by Love. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5.
Buckets, left wide open, hits a 3.
After that one. And what a huge performance.
17 for Pat Buckets.
Three three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Sexton, the pass to Love. Kicks it to Sexton. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. 1:44 left in the first half of basketball.
JR, no.
All that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy. When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation.
Buckets, you know.
Put on by Russell Westbrook.
Paul George, you know.
He's taken them as far as he can.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Westbrook dishes to AI. George against Smith. And George kicks to AI. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
Westbrook, yes.
Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by AI. Buckets got...
Lead is up to 17.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. Clarkson passes to Thompson. It's a pick by Love. Lobbed up there.
Alley-oop to Thompson.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You can see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour.
Oh, wow.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson sets the pick for Clarkson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
George with the screen on Thompson. AI right side. Adams sets the pick for AI. And
oh, this one fall. That ends the first half.
So it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 15 going into the break.
Thank you, Kevin. 5 threes for you in the first half. How much did you concentrate on that coming into the game?
No, it wasn't like a big plan or anything like that. It just sort of worked out. You know, they were giving some space on the perimeter, and I took advantage. You know, I figured, hey, you know, let's show the folks in this building not how dangerous I can be from downtown. And it just happened to work out.
You have been lethal so far from behind the arc. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The Thunder going with
Buckets back in.
Out there. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Larry Nance is checked in for Thompson. Osman comes in for J.R. Smith. George Hill's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Sexton. Oklahoma City moving it around. AI dishes.
Oh, what a pass to Noel.
Noel's got 5.
Well, 6'11", Nerlens Noel, so efficient down deep, working his magic thanks to that great size.
They got Noel. Patrick
Hill hits a 3.
Then there's Felton. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. AI outside. Schroeder outside. Back to AI. Right wing. Patterson a screen on Nance. Shot clock at 5. Patterson, the screen.
Buckets. Hits a 3.
Back with their own 3-pointer.
With the shot clock running down.
And that was a real
Buckets able to knock down the shot.
Showing some range.
His 6th 3 tonight.
Now showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Clarkson kicks to Love. Back to Clarkson.
No, that's not my guy.
There's the 3.
Clarkson, no.
That shot missing. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Noel sets a screen for AI.
Buckets through to the basket.
Off the screen and lays it up and in. Buckets got
22
in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
I think Tyronn Lue as a coach, one
Kevin
of the
Love,
qualities
yes.
he has is his ability to manage the stars. Boy, has he done a great job of blending talents in Cleveland.
The Thunder leading by 22 to the wing right side. Patterson a screen on Hill. Off the screen.
Buckets, yes.
AI gets it to go on the assist by Felton. And now
24
for buckets. Cleveland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And Doris for Ty Lue. He keeps the peace by keeping things fresh and new for his team.
Well, I like that last year he took the team to wine country in Napa in the middle of the season. Boy, that's a great way to bond as a team and break up the routine. Just one trick he's used to keep players at ease. I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Buckets, you can see.
Noel. Patterson, the screen. Schroeder passes to Buckets. Back to Schroeder. There's the screen.
Schroeder off the screen.
Grabs the board.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
It's Hill on the wing. He's covered by Felton. Hill kicks to Clarkson. Love with the screen for Clarkson.
Clarkson, no.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
He's missed everything he's taken in this quarter. And
Buckets. Why not? He's just continuing to knock down shots.
Every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Love the pass to Osman. Back to Love.
Kevin Love, nice move.
Heavy pressure all over. Love's got 18 points.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help him climb out of this hole.
There's a screen by Noel. AI kicks to
Patterson a 3. It's good.
Another 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Love. Over Noel.
Kevin Love, no.
They grab the one miss. Nance, no good.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Noel sets a screen for AI.
Buckets, yes. He gets the basket. 28.
Got 11 in the second half.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Wow.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody.
And that ends the third quarter. Thunder up by 27.
27-point lead as
we are now 12 minutes away from a victory.
Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Buckets didn't even get this quarter. But coming back in with 5 minutes ago.
The Cavaliers trail by 18 on the court for Cleveland. Nance and
Buckets, good defense.
Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. And it's Korver in at the 3.
Buckets, a deep 3. Aw.
The scoreboard and
that's his first miss of the half.
Smith with it. Now defended by Adams.
JR, no.
Goes back up.
Thompson, yeah.
Straight up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
AI kicks to Westbrook. Adams with the screen on Smith. Buckets passes to George. Back to AI.
Buckets. Oh.
Again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Smith wide open. He fires.
JR hits a three.
The three-pointer.
And really, Smith is always looking to fire as soon as he touches the ball. The D has to be more aware of that quick trigger.
Buckets passes.
Oh, Grant with a wide open rim.
To the rack with power, hammering down the two-hand slam. Smith outside. Here's the floater, and the layup is good.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. AI outside, and it's Grant in the corner. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And for that matchup against the Nets, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Thompson dishes to Sexton. He feeds it to Smith. Stolen by Grant. AI with it. Grant with a screen on Smith. Here's Buckets.
Buckets. Yes, a three.
Shot. Buckets got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
To the middle.
Oh.
Slammed in by Smith.
Damn.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Grant sets a screen for AI. Grant outside. Back to AI. Screen by Grant. Outside for George. The dish to AI. It's over Korver, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Cavaliers trail by 14. And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people don't know is the impetus from this actually came from the coaches themselves. Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who
Bucket. Oh, what a move, and he lays it in.
And that this is an entertainment medium, and let's please our fans.
33 for Buckets.
Smith kicks to Nance.
Just put in the exclamation points.
Back to Nance. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
Well, Larry Nance, because of the athleticism and the burst.
Oh, bad move there.
On the interior, look out.
They retain possession.
Buckets. Oh. Buckets. Yes.
Oklahoma City.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They're trailing by 16.
Pat Buckets player of the game.
25 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan player of the game, Buckets.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He came off the bench to give them a major boost and prevent 2 straight losses. That's just the kind of contribution you're hoping to get from your bench. Poked away. Smith kicks to Sexton. The screen from Thompson.
Sexton.
And he
yes.
gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
You know, coming off screen, Sexton's explosive. You know, he shows a little bit of wiggle and does a great job of changing.
Oh, nice move by Grant. He lays it in.
That's good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Thunder.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dumb
Bucket to the steal.
What a night tonight it was for buckets.
Buckets, a three. Oh, yes.
Has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was,
his 8th three tonight. He's got 38.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. George against Smith. Back to Thompson. J.R. Smith on the wing. Thompson, high post. Shoots over Adams. No good off the back of the rim.
And a nice job of utilizing his body.
Bucket for 41. Yes!
But that's just a
41 points tonight for Pat Buckets.
And that's a killer.
And the OKC Thunder win.
They try to put this one on ice.
His 9th three to go in it. What a night for Pat Buckets.
don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.
Hey, AI.
So, Charlie?
They want to talk to you in the studio. You have a second?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Let's do it.
Right this way.
All right.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner. We get a chance to catch up with our post-game guests.
Hey, Shaq here. As a team, you controlled the pace tonight, seized the advantage, never really let them back in it. What was your collective mindset while trying to protect that lead?
Well, we wanted to make sure we kept the work rate really high, you know. We didn't allow ourselves to feel comfortable. Closing out games in the NBA, man, it's never easy. As soon as you take your foot off the pedal, that lead disappears. So credit to our guys for staying focused and not letting that happen.
And that's a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaq.
On to the next one.
Here you go.
We're on to face Atlanta. Let's get this win. Here we go.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, and welcome. This is Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A number of storylines emerging as the season gets into full swing.
The last game today.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the Peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Charlotte Hornets.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you'll be lucky to win one game in this league.
Steve, both teams tonight love...
Buckets is into the game now.
Here's Westbrook.
Westbrook knocks it down.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Westbrook against Young. Kicks it to Dedmon.
Dedmon.
Poked loose.
Stolen.
Stolen by AI. Up top, Adams. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Buckets passes to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it up.
Third away. Oh.
Shot clock reset for Oklahoma City. AI outside. To the inside.
Adams will lay it in.
Good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Adams has got 5 points so far.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Young against Westbrook. Stolen by Westbrook. Goes up from the
Buckets.
Top of the key.
Oh.
And that one is off. And Atlanta will come.
So he made in game in the last game, not working. Last 2 games, not working so far.
Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Jeremy Lin now.
With the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Buckets.
Buckets is fouled.
On that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they want in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team...
Buckets with a steal.
Clear core to build around.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for George. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Abrinas. 5 to shoot. A 3.
Buckets. No.
They get it again. Here's
Buckets. No.
And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks trailing.
Now I gotta start for Buckets.
Pass to Carter.
They forcing him though. Yeah, it's good.
He kicks to Carter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Anderson against Patterson. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here.
Young knocks down a 3.
You know, the range Young has really is unlimited. He just feels comfortable shooting as soon as he crosses half court.
Now, here's AI. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. There's a screen by Noel. Abrinas kicks to Noel.
Buckets. This time hits.
Gets it to go on the assist by Noel. Buckets got 5 points so far. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Young outside. Passes it to Anderson. Dedmon a screen. Anderson passes to Carter. Dedmon a screen. And it's Carter missing.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a tough.
Oh, nice pass from Buckets to Patterson.
That is everything but the finish.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
So it's the Hawks now, following the score by Oklahoma City. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. And the
Oh.
Bazemore.
And the long
He's lucky. I just missed it. Bucket back in with the lead. With OKC up by 11 now.
Prince against George.
Prince, who was a really good player last year.
Back to Prince.
Prince to Lynn.
The kick out to Anderson. Lock at 6. There's a screen by Collins. And it's Buckets with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
How did I foul?
You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not. I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Yeah, and they've shown effort.
Westbrook from Buckets.
Really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
On the court for Atlanta, Torian Prince is out there with Collins. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then there's Anderson. And
Collins, no.
The point guard position. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Screen by Adams. Here's
Buckets off the screen. Nope.
Again.
Adams, no.
Atlanta with the rebound.
Buckets 1 of 6.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
George against Anderson. There's a screen by Collins. Anderson passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now, here's Ayan. He's got 5. Outside, George. Out to Ayan.
George. Yes.
The jumper. George has got his first points of the night.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Now, here is Young. 26 points for him last game against Charlotte.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He
Prince.
picked up a lot of easy
No.
points at the line that way.
The Thunder leading by 13. Westbrook kicks to AI. Adams sets the pick for AI. You know,
Buckets fouled.
You know exactly how much your peers are making. Do contract numbers ever bring out animosity between players?
Yes, they do, Kevin. I mean,
really?
When you look at some guys, you see those guys starting to say, I'm putting up better stats than him, but he's making more money. And then it will become the
Prince need to play better defense than that.
They start not passing to each other. Yes, guys do know exactly what other players make, and sometimes it can become an animosity between the two.
Oh, that's something. Here's AI after the basket by Atlanta.
Adams, nice move.
And that's now 7 points for Steven Adams.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Timeout's taken.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Now Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Hawks.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
He's lucky.
Now here's Lynn. 23 points for him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Bucket steals it.
Stolen by AI. Dishes to Adams. AI outside. Screen by Adams. To the paint. Out to AI.
Bucket will try. And hit.
Another three.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Up top, Lynn. He's guarded by AI. And Adams sends it back.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Bucket to try again. Hits again.
And that one's good. AI.
Gradually started to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
And here is Dedmon. After the three-pointer from Buckets. Screened by Young.
After a rough start, Buckets made his last 3 shots. Young try to answer. He does.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now, here's AI. 13 points in the game. Grant gets the screen from Buckets. Out left to the wing.
Buckets. No.
Another shot.
Adams.
Here's Adams.
Adams will throw it down.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed.
The reason why I asked for the ball is because I was open as a kid. Adams wasn't.
That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
Oh,
you know
oh no.
Him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Buckets.
Now, here's AI.
Buckets. Oh, okay, Matthew, Mom, come here.
22 points a game.
1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
Where's that work is closer? Right, man.
Mom, which one is it? Mom. Mom, which one is it? Sorry guys, I'm back. Just had to my mom with something.
To miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. First one falls for him. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. And for Atlanta, Alex Len comes in for John Collins.
We'll work on my free throws, you guys can see that.
Wasted no time on that one. Len's got his second bucket of the night.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Just 2 seconds.
Buckets.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
Just absolute tenacity by Lin, just bouncing off defenders on his way to the rim.
Screen by Adams. Here's
Buckets at the buzzer. Knocks out a three.
Trains it in at the buzzer.
Terrific way to end the half.
And that ends the first half. Bucket not a really good first half shooting, but he ends up
out in front by 17 points.
Ends up with 13, I think.
Well, you've been off to a really great start, especially in your first season. At what point do you start thinking about Rookie of the Year?
I don't.
I mean, there's a long way to go, DA, and I'm not even worried about the awards right now. You know, I'm just trying to prove to myself, to my coaches, to my teammates, and most of all, to my fans, that I belong in this league. And I'm going to be around for a long time. So this is for them.
With this play, I'm sure you will be. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview.
We head to the second half.
Here after the break for third quarter basketball.
OKC up by 17. 17 for Buckets at halftime. That's how much I had.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback out.
Bucket.
That's good from Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder is a player who's at his best going to the rim. Very athletic, can twist and contort his way to the paint. Good length with his frame to get shots up quickly.
They've got Felton. Patrick Patterson is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Buckets in at the three. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Dedmon throws it down.
Throws it down.
And above the rim finisher, Dedmon gets most of his points right at the rack.
Steve, with Schroeder, he is fearless when attacking the rim or attacking any.
Buckets. No.
Players who are that aggressive don't take
4-12 now.
That used to be the case with him, but he's worked on it. He's made a point to improve his turnover rate.
Still Hawks ball.
Like the Hawks will retain possession here. Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. Take a look at Buckets. Among the league leaders, fourth in scoring.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Anderson throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this league, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Felton the pass to Buckets. 5 to shoot. Dedmon with the
The 7'4" wingspan of
Schroeder, yes.
Hard to get your shot over that.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Young. 17 points in the game. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax.
Buckets, yes.
And then you're kicking yourself.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Dedmon a screen. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. Young outside.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Here's Buckets.
Buckets roll on.
A shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, it's freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar
oh,
checking,
you're lucky.
Post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour, how do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, oh, that wasn't a foul, but I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
Grant, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. Now, here's AI.
Buckets.
And it's AI missing.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Here's Bazemore. The Hawks again can't hit.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Buckets to the basket.
And it's now 23 points for Bucket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside.
Buckets with a steal. Buckets to the basket.
High percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
This is what your spacing is designed to do. Find cracks in the defense.
The Hawks trail by 15. Young passes to Dedmon. Anderson the screen. Back to Young. It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Buckets.
Buckets is foul.
Get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
And he knocks down the first one. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks. Having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now
Buckets.
Dangerous.
Hits a 3.
Drills it from outside.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Young kicks to Prince. Screen by Young. Dedmon inside. He's covered by Noel. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Buckets.
Buckets. Yes.
The back iron and sinks the shot. Buckets got 14 points.
31 for Buckets.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Young, a screen on Grant. And it's Prince penetrating.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
The Hawks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And both free throws good for Prince.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
There's a screen by Noel. Grant with a screen on Lynn. Noel in the corner.
George at the buzzer. Yeah. Buzzer. Beater. For Paul George. What a quarter for the OKC Thunder. Trying to close it out.
Thrilling way.
10 minutes ago.
And so it's Oklahoma's. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Lynn and Bazemore make up the backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Prince, and it's Carter in at the 3, the small forward. Noel sets a screen for AI.
Buckets, 3, bang.
And Oklahoma City with the triple.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep.
34 for Buckets.
Have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
Here's Lynn.
Lynn,
That's
yes.
for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And Lynn plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
This one.
Buckets, another 3. Got it.
Oklahoma City with the triple.
37 for Pat Buckets.
Slow, you can see the results.
Atlanta's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Now, here's Dedmon. He's covered closely. Here's
Bazemore, yes.
That one.
Just a good, solid move by Kent Bazemore, working for high percentage shots around the paint.
AI left side.
Buckets, another 3. Bang!
Three-point range.
Back to back to back for buckets. 40 points again. Looking like the buckets from 2K18. And it's lead OKC here tonight.
And here we go.
Buckets off the steal.
There's a screen.
Buckets steps in, shoots a deep three. Oh.
Prince has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Stolen by Buckets.
Again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Back to AI. Just 5 to shoot. Noel, a screen on base.
Buckets. Yes. 43.
Since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Can this man be stopped?
Which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Stolen.
By Noel. 3 on 3. Shoots
Buckets. Bang! 10th 3 for Buckets. 46.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
He looking like Steph Curry out here.
Dedmon a screen. Here's Lynn.
Lynn, no.
Again, missing.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of
deep 3. Oh.
They grabbed their own miss. AI left side.
Oh, where's the foul?
And Prince saying, not on my watch. Spectacular.
Don't know where the foul was.
And Carter has it in the corner. And it's Buckets with the foul. That's his 4th foul.
Dedmon, a solid all-around center. Gives you solid production on both ends of the floor. Not a big name by any means, but coaches love to have him as an option on their roster.
On the free throw, no good. And Dedmon, a player who has started to extend his range, Smitty, in recent seasons.
He is capable of hitting those threes on you. Not a surprise to see that from Dedmon, a player who has had to fight.
Young, no.
Continues to improve every season.
Len.
The pass to Bazemore. And it's Buckets with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, my goodness, his 5th foul. One more, and he's done for the evening.
Noel's checked in for Adams. Collins, a screen on Patterson. They need this. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got his 7th rebound here tonight. AI right side. Patterson setting the pick.
Buckets on a jump shot this time, knocks it down.
Buckets got 48.
Has a chance for 50. 48 tonight.
Create space to make the open J.
Anderson outside.
Should have stolen that one. Buckets, you see, ain't
I
gonna.
think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game.
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you.
Buckets.
So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute. You just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that were 7'2", 7'3", 350. So I had to play the guard position.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the
Bucket, 50 points.
And you know, when you look at the...
So he had it, remember this, in 2K18, I did not get my first 50-point game till my second season. In my 18th game of the season, first season, I have 50 points. Unbelievable.
Collins, a screen on Felton. Young from outside. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Buckets may not be done. You can see him.
He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot.
Buckets, yes.
And that's why he keeps shooting.
52.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
And what a way
Young outside.
to finish off.
And the rejection.
And the ball and the OKC Thunder win.
As they get the win.
Led by the 52 points for Pat Buckets.
Total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Talk to me.
Thank you, Kevin. Congratulations on the win. You all were dominant in the fourth quarter. What produced all that energy down the stretch?
This crowd.
You know, it's funny. I was starting to get that winning feeling, DA. You know, I wanted to close this game out in style. We deserve this win. And I wouldn't have been able to face our fans if I didn't get it. So, you know, I just started to pour it on.
Yeah, that was quite an effort down the stretch, and nobody else was better than you. So congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Where did Westbrook go? Let's go look at the, what's it called, social media. Yeah, you were everywhere out there. Might even say you stole the show on D tonight, if you catch my drift, LOL. That's what I'm talking about. Thunder with a dominating win, just like I predicted. AI, it's time to go celebrate. Man, I see AI be working on his passing game. That's what I'm talking about, AI. Shoot like that every night now. AI looking determined not to drop 2 in a row. Another anyone want to sell me a AI rookie card? You know that thing is only going up at this point. 41 points. Well, guys, I can't believe I was so thinking it was going to take more time for me to get into the flow, get my shot going, everything else. But in the last 10 games or so, unbelievably, I've went from struggling to shoot a shot, nothing going down, to knocking down everything, which is ridiculous. I just scored 40 in my last game, and I scored 52 tonight. I couldn't even drop 60 the way this game was going. It's just amazing that so many years I've been playing this game, and I couldn't even drop 50 anytime I could. Close. Drop it. Last year it took me to a second season, I think, to drop one 50-point game. And then get up to 70. But this time it took 10 games. 10 games into the season. I don't know if it's 10 or 19 games, whatever it's been, but it's ridiculous. But I'll take it. I'm helping this team. An ultimate goal is to win a championship for OKC, who deserve one after not being able to win one. We all know what happened the last time they were in the finals when they lost to the Miami Heat. But like I said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my video here tonight. Please go like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more videos to come. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I gotta go. I'm out. Peace, guys.